Altabites. We are here to transport you to a dimension of pure suffering and pleasure.
Huh, just like in that movie, right, okay. So I mean, if I just, yeah, right there, so you're gonna go away now, right?
No, it doesn't work like that.
So I have to go to this dimension with you of pain and suffering, but also intense pleasure?
We will take you now.
Does it work like that for everybody, or, you know, what?
Everyone who manipulates the puzzle box and finds the dimensional secrets within must come with us.
So, does anyone ever try and run? Resist? You know, like in that movie?
Ours is a species more than an eternity old, and our power is limitless. Defying us is unwise.
Well, I personally have never actually been in a fair fight. My whole life it seems like people have always had a leg up on me. Though, really? That's just the way I like it. On guard. Alright, Ben. I'll be right back. Just gotta go grab some coffee and charge up. Be right back, Betty. I'll be right back. Dabba-dabba. Yes, it came, I knew it. The spirits can do anything they like. Or even ask, yes, it's legal. Alright, Tolstoy fans, it's time for a review that I hope you'll really love. And before we even get down to talking about what came for me in the mail from Amazon, we really gotta talk about a whole bunch of other shit that I just... sit down, seriously, go get a drink, get a sandwich. It's gonna take some time. Let's start off this review by saying I am a huge Matrix fag. I actually just got this Blu-ray like last weekend for the PS3 to play me a HD movie in PS3. Yeah, and I decided the Matrix would be a really good choice. It was $20. It's, I guess, cheap for a Blu-ray. I don't know. I didn't mind spending that kind of money. And as strange as it is, my favorite Matrix movie is actually Matrix Reloaded, which is not everyone's favorite. So let's start by like talking about when I first saw The Matrix. I came out in 1999. I don't even remember what grade I was in. I could probably do the math, but I believe it came out in the summer, didn't it? I remember it being in the summer. I remember being pretty free. So I mean, you know, there wasn't a lot of school to cloud my mind. And I remember that my uncle actually saw it first. And he saw it with his girlfriend or his, yeah, whatever. And he came back to us and he was talking about it when he visited, and he was like, oh man, it's about like this guy and he doesn't know he's like a dream, and it's like he's fighting it. It sounded so cool because at that point in my uncle's life, it was interesting. He went through an interesting period where he didn't even play like video games, and he told me and my brother how to get through levels on Ocarina of Time. So when he told us about this shit, we had to see it. We went on down to Stop and Blow Video. It's actually called Stop and Go Video. It's gone now. Independent video chain that had like 3 movies. Actually, the movie selection wasn't bad. It was kind of one of those mom and pop stores that kind of, it's good. You feel it here, you know what I mean? It wasn't like some big nameless faceless corporation. We didn't even know the people who worked there, but it's like when you have your own little cafe and it's not a Starbucks, or it's like when you have your own little whatever it is, a gas station that's like independently owned, almost like, you know, the Quick Stop, like that's an actual place. You know, when they filmed that, and it's like, when you have that, it's great. So, we went to go rent it from there, and we rented it, and we watched the whole thing, and I remember It was, I mean, like, The Matrix is cool. Everybody loves The Matrix. Like, I mean, pretty much. It was a pop culture phenomenon. It was one of those universally celebrated things. All kind of groups from all kind of areas of America were like, this is really cool. Everyone, I mean, it was translated in multiple languages. It's one of those movies, like Lord of the Rings, like, you know. Anyway, so I remember seeing it. I remember I was scared shitless. And here's why. Because I just remember, like, the movie was over. I was like, oh my god, how do I know that I'm not in the... How do I know I'm not dreaming? Oh my god. And that, like, really haunted me when I was a kid. And then I saw the second movie, and I was just out of it at the time. You know, I wasn't into it. Pop culture, I mean, because I've always been, you know, against whatever is going on at the time. And it's not because I'm, like, trying to be a hipster or something. It's just because... You know, I don't know. I think it's because society alienated me first, and so I figure it better fly the other flag. You know what I'm saying? It's like society, everything society does, I generally find assholic, stupid, sheepish, amoral. So if they like it, it must be wrong. And then now as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that some things society agrees with aren't bad. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like society, most people in society agree clothes are good, better wear them. You know, it's not like I walk around naked all day. But I'm getting off subject. Point is, I saw the second one, I just like, what? And a lot of people didn't like the second one, and, I mean, I could sit here and talk about it, I really want to. They rushed the plot into like a 10-second, you know, meh, in the middle of it, and the character who's kind of explaining and giving all this exposition is, the character itself is a program, the architect, and so it's like, it's kind of necessary that they wrote him that way, that he's like talking all pedantic, and he's like, the actuality of an evolution is, you know, counterintuitive to the foundations of the structural nature of the Matrix. And I'm like, I think it makes sense. What happened later is that years later, maybe when I was 17, I went back to rewatch the movies, and I actually read up about it. I read, you know, the plot synopsis off the wiki, and I was like, oh, now I get it. And when I went back, not having to see it in the theaters like a lot of people did, not having to see it, you know, on video, where I didn't even, my brother wouldn't, like, rewind it or whatever. I didn't really understand what was going on. I was, like, half watching it. I went back, rewatched it, I was like, I understand now. It's a little pedantic, but that's part of the character. I mean, and to be honest, it's not a perfect movie, but I think when you finally accept, like, the zen of something, when you finally accept, like, there's certain video games, like Alice, American McGee's Alice, everyone's, like, big on that now, it's getting a sequel, I'm really excited, I love American McGee's work, but there was some crappy parts of Alice, there was some bad graphics, some bad voice acting, and you know, the plot was kind of weird, I mean, the way he did it, he could have done better, but when you accept some of the flaws about something, and then you just embrace what's so great about it, it's this really kind of great relationship you're always going to have with that artwork. So, that's kind of what happened with me in The Matrix. I went back, rewatched it, I played Enter the Matrix, I kind of saw, you know, The Matrix from a whole new standpoint, and then I got into, you know, where I am now, and now I'm just really loving it. I mean, like, I've just noticed all these little things that you know, I never noticed before, like, in the second Matrix movie, and spoiler alert, whatever, if you've ever seen, come on, really? Second Matrix movie, the part where they're going from the French chateau, or wherever the hell they are, in the mountains, to the parking garage. And the ghosts, the specters, whatever the hell they are, the Merovingian soldiers make it through, and there's this standoff in the parking lot. And you look at the cars in the background. You've got like an old antique Model T next to like a 1960s Jaguar, next to like, you know, one of the first cars ever made, you know. And why would that be there? Who cares? It's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's the complete opposite of derp. I mean, the heroes are not bros, you know what I mean? It's not like action star, super bro. It's like these like postmodern existential Buddhist quasi-religious psychopaths dressed to the nines in like fucking awesome attire, leather jackets and ties, and just and you know, the architecture, all these places that they chose, and there's katanas and Uzis, and it doesn't have to make any sense. It's just awesome. Awesome. You know? So, huge Matrix fag. I could talk more about it, but, I mean, I could go through, like, an entire... I would like to do commentary for the movie, but that would be violating copyright. Fuck art. Fuck commentary. So, anyway, huge action figure collector, like you don't know. So we're going to talk about plastic crap today. And I knew that there was some Matrix action figures floating around. The first series I thought was crappy. I looked at it. It's from the first movie before. And by the way, You know that alligator or like crocodile trench coat that he wears, that Morpheus wears? I really do not care. Of all the characters, there were so many interesting characters in the Matrix who had so many interesting, heroes' journeys. You know, Morpheus being one of the most interesting because it's like he's going through this very human experience of, not even human, it's just a very interesting experience of, I think I might have been there, you know, where no one believes in his religion, but his religion, I mean, it's like his belief, his religious belief, no one believes him, and he's like, he's kind of this sort of crazy guy, but he's a leader too, so it's up in the air. He's like John the Baptist. Anyway, his attire in the first movie, really didn't care for. His attire in the second movie, I would kill for. They, there's some people who have made buffalo leather trench coats that have been embossed to look like crocodile. I don't think anything will look as good as that coat. Wherever that coat is, I will pull off a heist, get a team together. I swear to God, like the best safe cracker in the world and like the best, acrobaticist in the world, and then we'll all go steal that coat from me and I'll pay you handsomely. I'll pay you in stride gum. I would love that coat. So anyway, my favorite, I looked at all, the action figures from the Series 1. I really didn't care for it. That was when the Matrix was first getting started. A lot of the style and coolness in the first Matrix was only, magnified in the second movie. I really don't care for, Neo's, lobby coat from the first one. I like the one from the second one that looks like Buddhist monk robes, or more like Catholic monk robes, but, yeah, so basically, I looked at all the original action figures, didn't really like them. They made a Series 2 McFarlane. They were kind of rare. I had to pay, $25, which is pretty, for an action figure, specifically an old one. And it was brand new in box. It is one of the coolest action figures I can possibly think of. It has no posability. Well, we'll go over it. Basically put, it's... I gotta open the box first. I'm not, I'm not gonna ruin the surprise. No. Put stuff on my desk. And let's just get straight to opening. I can't believe it came so fast. Amazon isn't as bad as you think it was. They were charging $50 to $70 to $100 for this shit on eBay. What's going wrong with eBay these days? A lot of people are saying that all the small sellers have been just bullied out by these sort of mega stores or what have you, the mega sellers. And that's definitely not good. So, but anyway, I found this on Amazon. Sometimes I find alternate deals on Amazon that are really good. Well, anyway, right, so, the first thing you notice when you take it out of the packaging is that it's fucking awesome, and you've just had a gizgasm. So, oh my god, just look at the packaging. It is Morpheus in his alligator trench coat, that again, I would kill a man for, with his purple pimp suit shoes, or purple pimp suit pants, and the telephone, and let me talk about that red leather armchair from the first and second Matrix movies. Do you know how bad I want one of those? Do you understand? Do you understand what love is? What passion is? No, of course not. You're a derp. You sit at home, lifting weights and wearing your gay little backwards faggy ball cap with a wife beater that you should wear a shirt over top of, but you're a fucking douchebag, so you won't, you sick little motherfucker. And then you're... Sorry. No, sorry. It's okay. It's okay. We're just gonna... Shh. The voice is gonna go away for a second. So let's look at the packaging. This is the first time I've actually seen it in the packaging. It just looks amazing. I want to open it so bad. By opening it, I'm ruining the value, and I'm also making it awesome. I'm making it awesome. If you look at the back, there's a whole bunch of other stuff that they offer. I was looking at, the Sentinel. You can get, Niobe. She's relatively cheap. I actually liked Niobe. I really like the actress. I like the style, her jacket. I do. I really like all the characters except for Neo. That's the most ironic thing, because Neo's the main character. I just don't give a shit. Keanu Reeves, you are the worst actor in the universe. I'm serious. I used to say That, who's the guy from Pitch Black? You know, God damn, I should know his name. I feel so ashamed. That guy, you know. Baldy. Vin Diesel. I used to say he was the worst actor. Dude, he is so much better than you. Seriously, Keanu, what the fuck? How did you get that role in the movie? Honestly. Like, what kind of reading? I mean, maybe that's just what the Wachowski brothers were looking for. Maybe they were like, oh, here's a guy who can't, like, read his lines right. He sounds like a robot every time. Awesome! Like, you know, I don't know. But, and Lawrence Fishburne, I love your performance in that almost in nothing else. I really don't like you in, like, anything else. You were Cowboy Curtis. How the fuck did Cowboy Curtis end up being, like, the coolest character in movie history? I don't know, but it's awesome. Anyway, so on the back they offer, like, a whole bunch of different stuff you can get. You can get a whole bunch of matrix. This was the coolest one. I honestly want to get a rotary dial phone because of this. Like, you know, just because it's cooler. I really don't give a shit about cell phones. They drive me nuts. They are so inhuman. Put down your fucking cell phone and talk to me with your mouth! Eye contact! Let me just... Fuck. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed his terrible lightning from his just and swift sword. Our God is marching on. Okay. Awesome! Alright, so let's get down to it. We're just gonna have to make a slight incision right here. See, it's almost like cosmetic surgery, because what I'm doing is mutilating the box. Because cosmetic surgery is mutilation. It's really... I mean, breast enhancement... Let's just get down to that. Breast enhancement surgery. I mean, honestly, your tatas would have to be pretty disgusting before that you would want them to look like that after which. I'm sorry I'm not being a bro, dude. I'm just telling you what I feel is the truth. Good God. And not to mention, why would you want them to feel like that? Don't even ask me how I know. I'm just saying. Crazy bitch at the bar. So very glad we got out of there when we did. This is what's great about having a cheap... By the way, man, I don't even like CRKT anymore. I noticed that in my blade, there are two large, kind of, not like large, but little chips in there. What have I been doing with it? You really can't cut plastic? Back to Kershaw. Actually, I'd love to get a Benchmade, even though a lot of knife collectors are boycotting Benchmade because it's something with copyright. They're pissing off a lot of, like, you know, other knife manufacturers who really haven't done anything. Like, they're trying to, like, patent the word balisong. Alright, actually, now that I've taken this out, I wonder if it opens up. It does open up into some advertisements for Spawn. Nobody cares. Whoa! You can get one of those giant robot mechs? That's awesome. You can get a Sentinel right there. You know, those octopi robo things. And around the chair, the first thing you notice is that there is a shit ton of twist ties. But you know what I say? Fuck the twist ties. God, when you first touch the chair, we're just going to review this chair. This is the coolest part of this entire playset, action set piece. The chair is made out of some sort of demi-rubberized plastic. The texture is orgasmic. The detail is amazing. When I first saw this in the second Matrix movie, well, actually, no, when I first saw it, I didn't give a shit. I was like 17, 15, 14, 13, whatever I was. Then when I rewatched it and I saw these two lion faces and I saw him sitting in the chair talking about, like, clandestine... No, clandestine means, done with an order that is not seen. Like the Illuminati. What I mean is, when he's talking about destiny, when he's talking about... I'm trying to look for a pedantic, nerdy word to say, we're all here for a reason. When I see 3 pilots and 3 objectives, I do not see coincidence. I see providence. That chair is awesome. I want this chair. Honestly, I work hard enough. I think I deserve something nice. No, I'm sorry. I'm a member. I am a nigger. I am a Das Juden. I am, the unwanted, the undesirable of my society. Women should spit upon me, and the men shall look down upon me. I am but a flea. If the flea is an animal, so is Tolstoy a man, and we choose to exterminate both. Sorry, just getting into it. So, right, let's take out the next thing. The next logical thing in this line would be Morpheus, but I want to save him for last, because he's awesome. You get this, little table stand. It's kind of cheap, actually. Well, it's not cheap, it's not made of the same wonderful material this is made. Oh, the smell. The taste. So, anyway, the imagery of Lawrence Fishburne reaching out and grabbing that phone in The Matrix honestly makes me just want to have an old rotary dial phone. Ah, it comes with a little cord! Oh my god! It comes with a little cord! Does it? Ah! The little phone comes off! That's awesome! Sorry. I don't know where the cord goes, if it, wraps around the antenna. Oh, I think it goes to the back of the chair. I'm just, looking at the diagram on the inside. Oh, my god, this is awesome. What does he say in the movie? Alright, and now, I'm gonna show everyone what you don't want them to see. And then here's what we played Rage Against the Machine, except we can't play Rage Against the Machine because this is YouTube. And to be fair, I'm making money off of it. Not much. In 2 months, I've made enough money to fill up my gasoline tank 1.5 times. Come on, I want the stand out next. Fascinating. I think it's universal. I think you can put this on there any way you want. Come on. And voila. It's actually not level. Oh, yeah, it is. I don't know. Ow. Alright, and time for the piece de resistance. I don't believe he has any joints. He cannot move anything? Oh my god, he does have joints. Only in his arms, most likely, for picking up the phone and being like, nigga, what up? Oh my god, a whiteboard that says nigger? Society doesn't condone that. That would be free speech. Oh my god. I just, work at the pharmacy all day, and all I'm thinking about is Maggie's, the Rage Against the Machine version of Maggie's Farm just blaring in my head. All I can think about is how it's not even a matter of working hard. I really wouldn't mind working 11 hours a day and not getting a break, which is a breaking of federal working laws, I believe. It wouldn't matter if I just had something to come home to, you know what I mean? It's if I could just have my little slice of the pie, if I could just get, a wife and kids going on. That sounds so weird, I'm just saying. That's all I really could imagine that I want. In America, we have grown up with this idea that we're all going to be rock stars, and that's how we should live our lives, with that kind of hedonistic ideas, you only work, you only live so that you can drink more, snort more coke, more cocaine, fuck more girls and shit like that. But I just think that's the pathway to destruction. I mean, most happiness science done in Europe and psychology done over in Europe can tell you that happiness science relates to getting as, up to a middle class standard of living and then no more. After that, you can't acquire any more happiness. All these rich fucks are just psychotic. It's almost like they're just chasing the first hit, almost like a junkie trying to chase the first hit that he gets off his heroin, He's just trying to, they're trying to get more stuff, more money for more money. They're not happy. 18 more fucking golden swimming pools won't make you more fucking happy! Man, I was so pissed off today I found out that shit happened to the Japs. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say the Japanese are perfect people. I'm not a weeaboo. I'm not obsessed with their culture. A lot of shit about the Japanese or Eastern cultures I just don't understand. I'm too much of a cowboy in that sense. But there's a lot of stuff I respect about them. And, I was, really sad when I found out, when they fucking told me that there were, 50 guys, the Fukushima 50, who were just working to death in the irradiated plants trying to keep them from blowing up. It's just the most metal thing I've ever heard. They're the bravest man I've ever known. Going to war isn't brave. You're just fucking shooting at people. You might live. But I mean, doing that. This video is like dedicated to their memory. I don't even know why I'm talking. I haven't had any more coffee today than I usually have. I don't even know what's going on. Maybe it's because I haven't done a video in a while. Alright, so let's see if the joints work. Head poses. Not very much. Okay. So, first of all, he comes in this awesome pose like... Not even gangsta. He's just like... I wouldn't fuck with him. Honestly, I've never had any desire to be black or anything. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm happy with who I am. I love my hair color, I love my eye color, I love my height, my skin color, regardless of the fact that society keeps on reminding me that I'm a nigger for it. You know what I mean? They're much like, oh, a Jew? That's the camp you belong in. Go to the death camps with you. And I'm like, motherfucker, just try it. I'm armed to the teeth. Seriously, liquidate me. Come on, just do it. And then they're like, well, maybe we'll send you another day. I'm like, yeah, maybe you will. But if I had any desire to be black, or like to be anyone but myself, him. I want to be Lawrence Fishburne from The Matrix. That's a very personal thought that I'm letting you in on. Let's see if his... Yay! His fucking, torso works fairly well. The joints... The fewer the joints kind of are, the more limited they are, the, kind of the more sturdy the action figure is. Like, I don't think his shoulder joints work. Yeah. No, he just has... Well, right, this is kind of a weird one. No, I don't know, that fits. The weirdest thing is about his trench coat tails don't... his bottom. He looks like he's wearing a onesie, like a coverall, with the flap down. If you take a look at that. And then that hole there is... I mean, that's really fucking disturbing, dude. I mean, I recognize what it's for, but seriously, I wonder if he can stand without it. No, there is no fucking way. Alright, let's do it. That is about as comfortable as sex, dude. That's intercourse for you. And then he's like, what up, nigga? Welcome to my crib, Wabala. Oh my god, I'm really white. I am very, very white. Anyway. One of the coolest action figures I've ever had. It doesn't do much, but I love it anyway, and this has been one of my favorite views because I have said more shit that is true and personal than I ever have probably in any of my other reviews. I want to review that, that sword. It was a birthday present. I really love it. But I was going to do a skit about, like, making fun of, like, a Kurosawa film. I even had like some of the script written up, but and then that thing with Japan happened. And to be honest, you can sit here and call me a racist, and I'm just gonna come out and say this and be real. Like when that shit happened in Haiti, I kind of didn't care. I mean, I sent money. I do care. They're people. If I was right there, it would be more real for me. But it's like it was a bunch of brick, mud, clay huts before, and then the earth shook, and it's the same way. They were living in poverty before. I don't know. I'm not like that. I don't want to be like that. I'm not really a racist. I don't judge people on the... I mean, I do sometimes. I think maybe we're all a little racist. Maybe it's like genetic. Like when we were like, proto-humans, we had to like look for the differences in people because if they were from another clan of cavemen, they might kill me. I don't know. And it's like, but then that's the thing. If I'm so racist, why do I care so much about the Japs? It's like because they have this modern society, and mainly it pisses me off because I'm a supporter of nuke power, and I know what's going to happen. Now, coal industry and the oil industry is going to say, see how dangerous nuke power is? Isn't it so much better to burn shit for your energy? No. Anyway, so I have no idea when I'm going to get around to doing that. Hope you niggas enjoyed yourself.